Hello. Hello, Amanda. How are you? Hope you've had a lovely week. I've had a lovely week. Busy week. It's always a busy week for me. I have a little shop called Hudson's in Chatburn near Clitheroe, and it's a little humble abode, if I'd like to say. It's an old tall house, and the shop's been here for over 100 years. So I feel blessed that I've been able to work in this wonderful little place. And today, for the first time, it felt a bit autumnal. And I've just been informed that we're going to have a lovely weekend, so we're going to have a bit of sunshine. I thought, that's it. Keep the pink on, keep the pink on. Now, pink is a colour in my eyes as the heart chakra. Hello, Charlene. I'm looking forward for you to see you working, young lady. It's about time you got on this channel. Hello, Alison. Yeah, happy Friday to you too. Like I said, I'm wearing pink today. Still holding on to the summer, even though we're in October. Good evening, Cornelia Dutton. Hello, Joanne. How are you? So yeah, I'm just wearing my pink because I like my pink. It reminds me of the heart chakra, sending out healing and love to all the world. That's what I feel. Hello, Andrea Rees. How are you? Hope you've had a lovely week too. The interesting thing, I'm wearing these Marla beads, and I picked these up in Virginia because a lovely lady hand makes these, and I bought these for my granddaughter. My granddaughter's only 4. And we do mantra together, and Buddhist mantra. And she put these on, and she felt extremely special because they're handmade. And she asked me to look after them for her. So sometimes she comes round to mine and she puts them on. She gets the bowl and she bongs away. And this one time she's at nursery, and the teacher messaged my daughter and said, Elsie, my granddaughter, is talking in another language. Oh, what's she saying? She says, well, it sounds like potatoes. Oh, she says, don't worry, she's just doing a chanting. What's that? This young lady said on the other end of the phone. She said, well, she does Buddhist mantra. And they were intrigued because they thought, well, a 4-year-old to do Buddhist mantra is really quite unique. Now, I can do over 30 mantras, and she knows 5 already. Word for word, sound for sound. And so she'd been doing a mantra, and the mantra was for spiritual growth. So what happens is when you do mantra, it allows you to be in that space and time and not allowing any external influences to influence. So all I could think of at the time, she must have felt a moment of bliss or a moment that she needed just to get that little bit of, serenity in her thoughts. So she decided to do this chanting. So it's a wonderful thing. I do chanting on this page every other Thursday. I was supposed to do it this Thursday yesterday, but something came up. So I'll be there again in a fortnight's time if you want to join. It's a free join. It's free to join. Hello, Eva Kitten. How are you? Let's see how we go with that, Eva Kitten. So the interesting thing when you do mantra, and it's really good for the mind, it's good for your soul, and it's good for everything. Yeah, she just loves it, Andrew. It's just the way she is. Obviously, because I do it all the time. I do it anywhere we can do it, anywhere we want to do it. Preferably on a swing. She loves it on swings and does it then. And she'll tell me which one we have to do. Yeah, she chants so young. And a sister who's only 2. She's not 3 yet. She doesn't do the mantras, but she does chakra balance. So they get me on settee and they put all the crystals on my body, and then they get a Tibetan bowl and they go over me. And they'll say, right, Grandad, it's your turn. So they're getting into these holistic approaches. And I think being at a young age, I think it will help them in the future when they need to feel calm and serenity. And it does help for school as well. Before school, sometimes we do a bit of a mantra class. So the little one now is starting to pick some of these mantras and chants up. So I think it's important that they have this understanding that it's just not all about school. There's all sorts of things that you can do. So, yeah. So that's the mantra. So you hope you've all had a lovely week. Hello, Christy. How are you? Hello, Bernadette. So I hope you've all had a lovely week and all ready for the autumn. I'm clearly not ready for the autumn just as yet because I'm staying in my pinks. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely spiritually aware there, Eva Kitten, but I think it's good that they are, and I think she can help others in the process. A moment of calm. She sometimes sits there and just goes, and, people, and she does it on a bus. She'll do it anywhere. So it's really lovely, I think. It's an interesting thing as I'm sat here now, and I've just had a lovely energy come around me as I mentioned the heart chakra. And I just, it's really interesting. I don't know if it's a place or whether it's a person, because I got the name Grimshaw. Now, when I hear that name Grimshaw, I always think, I don't know why, I always think of London. I don't know why. I just asked who needs to come this evening early, and I got Grimshaw again. Did you rake and trip? I was going to the school system for meditation with young children. Bless you, Amanda. Yeah, she just loves all of that. So it's wonderful that children can do this at an early age. This name's coming again, Grimshaw. Hello, Jo Megan. How are you? So I'm just going to ask where this is. Where I'm not sure if it's a place or a person. Okay, so I'm just asking. Come on. They've just said the name. It's somebody called Grimshaw. Whether it's the first name or the last name. I don't want anybody's first name being Grimshaw. I always think it's a last name. Okay, I'm just asking you why I'm getting Grimshaws. Come on, what's the purpose of that? They said it's in Australia. I don't know if there's a Grimshaw in Australia. Come on, be more specific. Okay. They just said it's on the outskirts of Perth. So I've got the name Grimshaw. I've got Australia and the outskirts of Perth. So I'm sensing that somebody that's just coming in here is from that area, okay? And I don't feel like that the person that I need to speak to is in the room as yet, but they know. They know that somebody's going to be coming in this evening from that area, okay? So I'm just asking him. It's a gentleman that's just come in. You got grandchildren, lived in Australia years ago. Oh, bless you, Charlene. But just outside Perth. You have family in Perth, Rebecca. Okay. I don't know if you ever heard of the name Grimshaw, because they just said it's on the outskirts of Perth. And this gentleman, as he comes in, he feels like a grandfather figure, this gentleman. A very slender man, very clean shaven, okay? But also dressed smartly, okay? He's very slender. That's what gets me. His suit that he's wearing is it's crisp and clean, and it just looks smart as he stands here, okay? So I don't know if you can take this gentleman, Rebecca, but he mentioned that's what he just said. Come on. But he's very clean shaven. I'm just trying to see the interesting thing as he's describing me as he comes forward here. He's clean shaven, but he's got some kind of a small tash that's here. And the interesting thing about him, he's got these, like, I would call them winkle picker shoes on, and he's showing his socks. His socks are white, and they're shown through this suit, which is unusual to have a suit on with white socks. Oh, bless you, Rebecca. Not sure where they live. My granddad's sister emigrated to Perth. Okay. But it's a blue crisp suit. Okay. Hello, Michelle. How are you? And as he's coming in here, he has his hands in his pockets, but he's very blasé. He's not, what's that word? Not a strict gentleman, a very gentle soul. Your granddad, Caroline. Okay. He just mentioned the name Grimshaw. He mentioned in Australia, outskirts of Perth, this gentleman. Very slender in build, a right little tash here. Not he's clean shaven everywhere else, but he's got a right little tash here. And he knew that somebody was going to be coming in this evening, okay? And as he comes closer here, he just called me ma'am. Mom? Is it mom? Ma'am? Mom? Yeah, it was very, very blasé. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can differentiate. The interesting thing, though, it's his socks that's really sticking out. That he's got these winkle picker shoes on, showing his white socks. He's trying to being distinctive here for who he's for. He's a proper gentleman. It's just not my granddad was in the UK. Sorry, Carolyn, but he just said he was from. He just mentioned Perth. He mentioned the place called Grimshaw, just outside there. Okay, so he's coming closer here now. I feel like it is somebody's grandfather because of the way he's dressed and the style he has. Okay. The interesting thing with the gentleman being slender as well, he was a quiet man when he was here. Okay. You've got family in Australia, Charlene. Bless you. I'll see what he wants to talk about. Okay. He's just showing me. It looks like a cigarette, but it's not got a tip on it. You know, it hasn't got a tip on it. It's just like a roll-up. Looks like he's smoking a roll-up. Lots of socks after he passed. We found lots of money stuffed in them. Oh, bless you, Rebecca, because it keeps going back to socks. It was just an unusual thing, you know, for him to show me. Oh, bless him. But he's showing me a roll-up cigarette. It looks like a roll-up. There's no tip on the cigarette. So this gentleman must have smoked, okay? That's what he's showing me, okay? Come on a little bit closer. He's also showing me something. He's showing me something that looks like it's back to back. So I don't know what that means to you, Rebecca, but something back to back. Or he's got somebody's back. His accent's really quite broad. And come on, why are you showing me the back to back? Oh, he's got your back. Something about having your back. I'm sure they were just really now believing my granddad. He's one of 10. Renshaw. Oh. But something about somebody's got your back. It's a saying where basically somebody is watching over you and helping you. So he's just showing me, just said he's got your back. Ah, Renshaw. New Zealand granddad is one of 10. Oh. Come on that way. But it's going back to the socks here. Interesting thing when you mention that, Rebecca, they're like hanging over his shoes. So when you think if they were stuffed with money, they would be hanging over, wouldn't they? You understand what that means. Okay. Let's see what else. Why is the interesting thing as he's coming closer here, there's some kind of trauma to the head. Okay. I think this is how he's showing me how he passed. That there's some kind of trauma to the front of the head here. Come on. Okay, it just said something about tracing. Like somebody's been looking for their ancestors and looking into the ancestral lineage because talking about tracing somebody or tracing something. Okay, I'm just asking him to give me a bit more specific information. The other thing as well, there's some kind of issue. I don't know whether it's with you or whether it's with him, but there's something about the stomach area here, you know. And the interesting thing with that, this gentleman never gained weight. It's going back to the little bit of a tash again here. I don't know why he's showing me that. It keeps going to these specific areas in his body. It's got a lovely energy with him, but it just keeps going to the socks. So I don't know what there's a purpose for that. I'm going to ask him what's to give anything. He's talking about okay, come on. He's talking about somebody who's been doing a lot of sitting. Granted, he's still here, but it was vascular dementia. You know, over him, your dad. Oh, bless you. Ah, bless you, Rebecca. His wife passed with her head. Oh, bless. Oh. He's talking about looking for family members, okay? And as he comes in here, there's somebody that you're going to come across, a Thomas. He just said Thomas. Okay, but I think that might be his brother. There's been a lot of questions asked, because that's why it's coming forward here. There've been lots of questions asked. Who's next? Who's the one that's next? Who's the next one? And it's very intriguing when you look through Ancestry. But he just said Thomas, and I think Thomas is his brother or his father, because it's a male energy. Because as he's coming forward here, this gentleman's come at side of him. Come on, that little bit closer. What are you here to say? What are you here to talk about? He's just talking about your back again. He's got you having issues with socks. Falling, oh bless you, Stace. Well, as he's coming forward here, he's just showing it as a metaphor, and he's showing he's got your back. Okay, and I think that's his purpose for coming in the first place, that he's got you. Okay. It's just said Oz, which obviously we know is Australia. Let's go, Tom. He had a bag back today. Oh, bless you. He's just said Oz again. Okay. So something about Australia here. It's very important, Australia. So I think it's something in Australia. So it's just really quite, it's the suit that's really sticking out for me here. It's so smooth. I'm just surprised how smooth it is, because normally suits have got a crease in the leg. There's no creases in his jeans, his clothes that he's wearing. And it's just got this lovely, like I say, a blasé energy about him. He's smoked roll-ups. He's showing me roll-ups, okay? And he's just got this little tash here. But he's very clean shaven, but a right little bit of a tash. The interesting thing, can't see much of his hair, but it's not blonde, but it's not red. Okay, it's like a mousy, like a not a strawberry blonde either, but it's just got that colouring, like if he grew a beard, it'd be ginger, yeah. But he looks fair, this gentleman. Okay, bless. My cousin Carl family live in New Zealand, Wales. Oh, bless. I can just smell. I just had a scent then. It just come with a scent. Ooh, and it smells like, can you remember that smell? Brute. Is it brute or brute? Wow, his granddad was Thomas. Oh, bless you, Rebecca. Well, I can just smell brute, that fragrance. Oof, it's right strong. I don't know if you can smell it, but it's really strong. I can taste it. It's your dad wears brute. Oh, I can just taste brute. I feel like the energy is very similar to Rebecca's granddad. But with Tom, you want to differentiate it, that Thomas. Oh, I'm going to see what he wants to come with now. Okay. All right. He's just shown me a mushroom, okay? And he's trying to differentiate who he's with here, okay? Because an interesting thing, this mushroom, it's on its head. Oh, bless you, Rebecca. But he's just talking about this mushroom, but it's on its head. So I don't know whether you're eating mushrooms right now or you've been looking at mushrooms today, because I can just see mushrooms upside down. I never knew it, Tom. So, oh, bless you. But there's something important in these mushrooms, okay? I did mushrooms the shopping list today. Oh, bless you. But they're upside down mushrooms. You love mushrooms. Well, bless you, Rebecca. But it's just showing me these. And you know something? They're like wild mushrooms. They're not like our normal mushrooms, okay? And they're upside down. So I presume they've been tossed in some kind of sauce or something, because I can just smell some lovely fragrance coming from these mushrooms. You ate them for lunch today. Oh, bless you. There must have been a moment then when you were thinking of him coming close, because obviously if you're doing your ancestry and you're asking for your family to come close to give you the answers, so there's something you asked him. And there are a moment whether you want you to put pepper on or not, because he were encouraging you to put pepper on. He's just gone like that to his nose. There's something about pepper today, putting pepper on. He's just got a lovely energy with him. He's took his hands out of his pockets now, and as I'm looking at his fingers, obviously his fingers are quite long and slender. But there's no ring. I can't see any rings on his fingers. He never wore rings. It wasn't important to wear them. I don't know why he's showing that. But the mushrooms are important. They're very good for you. I out too much salt on. Oh, bless you, he just said pepper. Bless him. Oh, there was a thought there, and as we sent that thought out, he's come close this evening because he knew you were going to be here. But he's just itching his nose here. He's got a sensation of itching his nose. Okay. They just said more pepper. He needs you to use pepper. Okay. I think that's what he's coming with. But his energy's lovely. He's just got a lovely energy with him. Okay. So I'm going to leave his love of spirit, Rebecca. Thank you for working with me. Bless him. I'll see what's coming through now. Okay. Okay, I've just had a lovely lady that's just come inside of him, and I don't know if I'm still with you, Rebecca, but I just had a lady called Doreen that just came in, and Doreen's a larger than life lady. Okay, and as she comes close, this lady, she just wants to call herself round. Okay, so she's a round lady. Okay, but very smart at the same time. She liked to be smart. Okay, and she's got this skirt. Okay, she's wearing this skirt and it's just below the knee. She never wore anything longer than that. They were just below the knee. They were never above or right down the ankles, just below the knee. Okay, and as she's coming close here, she's describing herself, and she always had her sleeves rolled up. Okay, she was always ready to work, always ready to do something. She worked really hard throughout her life, okay? And she always had her sleeves up, okay? Doreen. And the interesting thing about her hair, it's all tied back in a bun, okay? She says you've got to be presentable. She said when you were cleaning. That's what she's saying to me, okay? So I don't know if I'm still with you, Rebecca, with this lady, but she's just come right in, Doreen, okay? And just a wonderful energy with her here. But I'm asking her if she wants to speak with, okay. Okay. Oh, somebody this evening was combing all their hair back and putting it into a bun. And they drew her close. Okay. And they wanted to look smart. And she said, when you have your hair up in a bun, you look smart, okay? Come on. They also put some little dangly diamond earrings in. Okay, and as she's coming in, okay. She wasn't one for much jewellery, she said, but she used to like wearing little like stud or little dangly earrings. Not very big ones. She was quite distinctive with them. This is what I can see with her face, because they're just like, pow, you know, these little earrings. I'm just asking you what she's coming for. She's talking about hard work, okay. So she's talking about somebody here that they need to do some hard work. They have to get the sleeves up, she said, and they have to get stuck in. It's not cleaning, but they have to get stuck into something. Okay, I'm just asking her. What do they get stuck into? She sat at a desk and she's just wiped off all these papers on this desk. She's basically shown it as a metaphor, as a clean slate, okay? So she's talking about somebody here having a clean slate as a metaphor, okay? And she's just the interesting thing, as she wipes all these papers off, they all go into the bin, just as she does it. She had a way of making sure everything was where it was supposed to go, okay? And it's just a shiny desk, and she's saying they can start now what they wanted to start with. They have to roll the sleeves up and move forward, okay? And she's talking, okay, she's talking about somebody here that's talking about writing a book. Because all I can see is this typewriter in front of an old-fashioned typewriter, not a computer, it's a typewriter. And at the side, there's piles of papers in like a basket. Okay, and as she's coming forward here with this, there's a book. Somebody has a book here inside their thoughts and time to get down to doing it. She's rolling her sleeves up again here and setting to this actual story that she wants to write. I'm just asking if she wants to talk to, if she's coming for. She said it's for my daughter. Okay. Come on, she's called Doreen. I don't think there's a Doreen here. She must be Doreen. It's time to get stuck into this book, to start to write it. She's just letting you know it's time to start. The interesting thing as well with this lady, there's this like paperweight that's on these papers, and it's a shamrock. Now, when I see shamrocks, I think of Ireland. Okay. I just think of Ireland, and that's what I can see, a shamrock on this paperweight, and it's important. I'm just asking her, come on, where you want to speak to? She just said her daughter. Okay. Come on, Doreen. Okay, there's a moment today. Okay, there was somebody looking out the window and they just could see mountains. And then there were thoughts that came in to say, I'm going to write a book, but I don't know how to start. And this lady just jumped in and ready to show you how. I'm just going to ask if she needs to speak to. She's just sat at this desk with your typewriter. You can take a Doreen, Charlene, okay? Well, she's sat with this old-fashioned typewriter. It's not one of those, it's not a computer. It's an actual, QWERTY pressing button typewriter. And it's time to write the story, okay? Okay. She also always wanted to write a book. Ah, bless you, Charlene. Well, I think she's told me now how she passed something in the stomach area. I don't know whether it's with you or whether it's with her, but there's something in the stomach area. Okay, nothing to worry about. Okay, she just said it's, what she said, cool. It's just butterflies in my tummy. Yeah, she's been told this, bless her. Well, she's showing me butterflies in the tummy. Okay, but she said it's the right thing to do. She just needs to roll your sleeves up and move forward on it. Okay, I'm so excited to read it. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited to read it, Charlie. And she says not to miss anything out in this book. Okay, not to miss anything out. Okay, write the true story. Okay. Anyway, she's just rolled her sleeves down now because she's got what she needed to give to you. So I'm going to leave a love of spirit with you, Charlene. Thank you for working with me. Oh, I'm so excited. I do like a good book. Okay, I've just had another gentleman that's just coming here now. Come on. He's just said the name Chrissy or Chris. Now, I don't think that's his name. I feel like it's somebody in this room. Chris or Chrissy. It sounds like Chrissy or Chris. Come on, come that little bit closer. This gentleman's just come right in here and he's very... oh, come on. He's got a lovely woolly jumper on. Okay, I feel like it looks like somebody's knitted it. And the interesting thing about this jumper that he's wearing, as he's showing me here, it's too big for him. Okay, I'm sensing somebody's knitted this jumper and expecting him to fit him. Okay, and as he comes close here, he has his hands in his pockets and he's absolutely mesmerised by the screen. Okay, Chris. And this jumper's just been knitted for him and he's got to wear it, but it's too big. And somebody used to make these jumpers regular for him, he said, and they were always too big, but he had to wear them. Okay. Anyway, as this Chris, he's just said it again, Chris. But okay, come on. This gentleman was a very clever gentleman, okay, a very clever man. And, okay, come on. He's talking about somebody here. She always knitted. Ah, bless. Well, it's just as he just comes in there with that. And they're all different colours, these jumpers. They're just not one specific colour. It's as though she's just used all her wool up type thing and she's just knitted what she had in a basket. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, bless. She always knitted. Well, it's just multicoloured, this jumper. It's not got any structure. It's structural. It's got arms and it's got a front and a back, but they're all colours. It's as though she's got out of the basket and just knitted the wool that she's got left, okay? But they were always too big. And she said you could fit 2 people in these jumpers, he said, this gentleman. Oh, he was a medium, bless him. Come on. He's just shown me the number 4. I don't know what the number 4 means to you, but that's what he's just given to me. I don't know if it's 4 jumpers, or we can get 4 people in these jumpers, but he's just said 4, okay. He's just said something, okay. He's got an unusual accent. He's just said a word that I don't think it's an English word. He just said the word cucine. Now, I think cucine means kitchen, I'm not sure. But I'm not sure what language. I think that's Italian. He sounds like he's got an Italian accent. Okay, because as he's coming in, come on. He's doing a lot of things with his hands, talking with his hands here, the natural words, but he's just said cucine. Now, I know that's kitchen for Italian. He's talking about somebody right now who's cooking or was starting to cook. Come on. Okay. He just said they started at 7, but they're not going to finish it yet. All right. It's been in your thoughts. There's something about being in his thought and the thoughts today. And what's made him in? Oh, it's me, Johan Lebo. Yeah. Well, somebody started cooking at 7 and thought they can't continue to cooking a stew now. Bless you. And then they just said, you just had a moment where you thought to yourself, I can't continue with this because I've got to be on here at 7. So it must have been when you needed to come on here. You know, when you start cooking, you think, oh, flipping up, I forgot about it. I've got to go somewhere else and do something else. That were a moment that you had. That moment where you thought, hang on a minute, I should be somewhere else. That's what he's just said. And the interesting thing with this gentleman is he's coming forward here. He's trying to, okay. He's talking to me with his hands, okay. And he's like, okay. And okay, it's showing me an old-fashioned, it looks like an old-fashioned white cooker, you know, with a grill at the top. Okay. And there was something that was spilling. Something was spilling on top of the cooker, which reminded you that you had to be here at 7. That's your father-in-law. Oh, bless you. And they're just all like, the gas went out and the fluid was on you thought, you know something, I'll get back to it whenever. Okay? It wasn't important. You can make it later. Come on. The interesting thing here that I can just see is onions. There's lots of onions. Now, I know onions are really good for you, but all I can see is just white onions chopped up. And the interesting thing, though, because obviously they make your eyes water, but your eyes wasn't watering when you were chopping these onions. He could sense the onions smell. Hello, Mel, how are you? He's just showing me this lovely crock pot, okay? And I feel like it's been passed down, you know? It's not been like part of a set or anything else. Like it's been passed down, this crock pot, okay? To make a specific meal in, okay? And there's just lots of onions in it. I can see red onions in it. I can see yellow onions in it. But they're not sliced or anything. They're like cutting wedges. I can see other vegetables and things, but onions are really important in this dish. And the interesting thing here, right, I can see like a pinch of cinnamon or a pinch of paprika that's going in here. That colour of spice that's gone in, which you would never think of putting cinnamon in a stew. I can just smell the cinnamon. It's a really nice, subtle fragrance of cinnamon, which I never even thought of putting in with onions. Come on. But the smell is just divine. And this particular pot, the lid's on this pot, ready to go. Okay. Anyway, he just wants to give you he wants to give you a slice. And I don't think it's initially a slice of anything in particular, like a cake or anything else like that, but he wants like we would say a piece of the pie, but he wants to give you a slice of the pie, which I don't know what that actually means, but he wants to give you a slice of it. So I think it's a metaphor or some kind of saying or a phrase that he used when he was here. He wants you to have a slice. Come on, you want to give him. Okay. And that's what he wants to give. So there must be something specific there for him to give to you. But it was there with you when you started to cook. It was actually there with you when you were cooking. Oh, to be part of it, I believe. Ah, there you go. But it's a lovely, lovely fragrance coming from it. And there were a moment when you thought of this person, they came really close to you. And it was a moment when you just, sometimes when you feel the energy of people being around and you look behind as though somebody was behind you. And there were moments of that when he said that and you sensed his energy there. You looked round as though somebody's come into the kitchen, but obviously you couldn't see anything. You just carried on. But he came in. Yeah, that bit like a proud moment feeling, like a proud moment. Okay, that's what he just keeps going to. He's gone to his chest here, and he just said a proud. So he just said the word proud. Bless him. He's just said something. Come on. He's sprinkling some kind of green stuff on the top. And it looks like grass to me, but I'm not sure if it's thyme. Because it's crumbling something on the top of this pot, if you will, this pie or whatever what you've made, like what you're saying, what you've made, but you're sprinkling something green on the top. It looks like thyme, parsley. I don't know. It looks like I don't know, but it's green. I know it's green, and it's fresh. It's something that's fresh, not from a jar. It's fresh. It's really interesting because I've gone really warm, so it's obviously something very heartwarming that you're going to be eating. We're all coming to yours for tea. That's it. We're all coming to yours. Bless it. Yes, it is. Bless you, Joanna. Bless you. He's going to be sitting with you when you eat it, so you can ask him to come closer. And now you've allowed him to come closer, you can ask him lots of questions, and he's going to give you the answers. Okay. And the interesting thing that I can see in this kitchen is like they're on all these like utensils are on a rack. Okay. And he's just come in to say that he's going to be moving one of those when you start dishing up. So you know he's going to be there. You have a huge pot. Bless you. We'll all come to yours. We'll all, come out and sit at your table and eat your lovely food. But he's just said it's going to move one of them utensils when you dish up. Okay? So I'm going to leave his lovely spirit with you, Joanna. Thank you for working with me. What a lovely man he was. Okay, I've just had a lovely lady jump right in inside of me. And she just said it's Dottie. Tell her it's Dottie. Okay? I don't know, I think Dottie's short for Dorothy, is it not? Or Dot, I don't know, but she just says tell her it's Dottie. You're welcome, Joanna. Dottie. Okay. She's really energetic. She's got such a lot of energy, this lady. You're welcome, Joanna, if that's pronounced it. Joanna Boy. So this lady's just come right in. Dottie, tell him it's Dottie. It's Dottie. I'm here, she said. I'm here. Somebody's asked this lady to come today. She's full of energy. She's like a ball of energy. She's not very tall, okay. She's got like little black boots on, this lady. I'd say she's no taller than 4'8", maybe 4'6", 4'8", something like that. Not a very tall lady, but called Dottie. She was known as Dottie, okay. Come on, that little bit closer, love. Come on. Where are you from? The interesting thing with this lady, she's got a scarf around her head, okay, and she's wearing some unusual attire. Okay, she's got like a little black jacket on, and it just comes to the waistline, and then she's got this longish skirt. Okay, and it looks like it's a tartan like mix on this skirt. Dottie, tell her it's Dottie. She's really quite pushy. She's a very pushy lady. Not a very tall lady, but very strong-willed and pushy. Okay. But that's what I've just got to tell you. It's Dottie. Dottie. Okay. And as she's coming in here now, she's talking about somebody that needs some energy right now. Okay. Come on. Okay, an interesting thing here. She sat at a table with a cup of tea, and she's dipping chocolate biscuits in her tea. Okay. This lady likes chocolate biscuits, and she's dipping in her tea. So she just said her name's Dottie, okay? She's got little boots on, she's got a long skirt on, she's wearing a little black jacket, and she's got a scarf over her head. And the interesting thing how she's wearing this scarf, it's not like we would wear in the UK. It's like tied at the back, so it's some kind of either to protect you from the sun or just to keep your hair out of your face, okay? And she always wore this scarf to keep her hair out of her face. But she liked chocolate biscuits. They were her favourites. And she used to dunk them in tea. Come on, that little bit closer, love. Where are you from? The interesting thing with this lady, I got the name Yugoslavia. Now, Yugoslavia is not actually Yugoslavia no more. I think it's Croatia and Slovenia, is it not? They've changed it. Croatia, I think, is part of that too. But that's what she's just showing me, that kind of attire that she's wearing. But she was a bundle of energy. Come on, who you need to speak to? I'm just going to ask her just to slow it down a little bit to see who she wants to speak with. She used to make her own biscuits. It's not like she got them out of a packet. She made them herself. I don't know anybody who makes chocolate biscuits other than Matt Vitty's, but she said she made her own biscuits, chocolate ones. But she liked to dip them in a tea. And the interesting thing with them, they don't look like round biscuits. They look like rectangular shaped biscuits, and they're just dipped at the end with chocolate on the end. Some kind of special type of biscuit. It looks like a cross between a digestive texture or shortbread. Come on, that little bit closer, love. She says you don't dip the chocolate bit in, you always put in the other end in. Okay, she's telling me now I have to eat this biscuit. She's welcome to come make biscuits at your house if she likes. Bless you, Mel. Dottie, she just said Dottie again. Okay, she's come really close to the screen. I'm asking if she needs to speak with. And like I say, her clothing that she's wearing is like you would wear in Yugoslavia. And I think it's because she was a homely person. I think that's why she's shown me she was very homely, this lady. Wasn't very tall, but liked to bake. Okay. And she just said, I have to tell you again, she's called Dottie. Or that might have been a nickname that she acquired when she was young. Because she was literally a dot, she's only short. That might not actually be a name, but she said she was known as that. But she loved to bake anything, especially if it had something to do with a biscuit. She just had this way of making things that you could dip in a cup of tea. Come on, that little bit close, okay. She's just shown me some swans here. Now, it's not the time of year for swans, but she's just shown me a swan. Just one swan, which is unusual. Usually see two, but she's just shown me a swan. So I don't know if anybody saw a swan today, or as a thing for swans. But she's showing me this swan here. Okay, she's showing me it again, and it's on its own. Okay. She's just going back to the baking. She loved making biscuits. But the interesting thing as she's trying to speak with me, it's more imagery than speaking, because she's got a different accent or a different language as she's speaking to me. I'm just going to ask her to break it down. She's, well, can bake biscuits at your house, bless you, Mel. She sounds lovely, doesn't she? But she's talking in another language. I'm just trying to work out what language it is. She just said Eastern European. She said, I'm Eastern European. So that to me takes you to, I don't know if Yugoslavia is in Eastern Europe, but that's what she's just said. She's an Eastern European. So there must be somebody here who knows who this lady is. Like I say, she's not very tall. She's not a big lady, but she's a short lady. Okay, she's wearing some little black boots, a long skirt, a little black jacket, and her hair is all tied back with a scarf. Ah, Lebanon, maybe. But she's clearly coming in here for a reason. Okay, but she loves baking. Biscuits is the thing. Okay, come on. I'm going to ask if you can just give me something either in English or the language that she knows. Romanian? Maybe, Amanda. Her attire looks like Yugoslavian, Croatian, or something like that. Okay. I feel like it's... Okay, come on. She was known as Dottie. I don't think that was a name. Come on. Oh. She's just said a word that sounds like clothes, but she said clouser. I don't know what clouser means. Clouser? I don't know if you can translate that, Amanda. Clouser. She just said the word clouser. It sounded, I don't know, just sounded clouser. She's gone again, clouser? Oh, come on. Unless that means closer. I don't know, but clouser. Unless she's closer than Romania and Lebanon. But she said, I'm Eastern European. Come on, that little bit closer, love. Who you want to speak with? Oh, she's just shown me, Croatia. She just gave me the initial M. She's just drawn the initial M. So I'm thinking it's either somebody's mother or a place that begins with M. She's trying to spell things out. M-E, she just said M-E, obviously, which spells me. But M-E. M-E-C, she's just said. M-E-C. She just gave me the M initials, M-E-C. If that means anything to anybody. Klauser. She said the word again, Klauser. Last name, M-E-C. I feel like it's somebody's grandmother. Okay. Maybe that's what she's spelling. Yeah, she's spelling M-E-C. An interesting thing, M-E-C, and she put a T on the end, which to me is not a word in English. What does M-E-C-T spell? Oh, go on. It's got an E on the end. M-E-C-T-E. That's what she's spelt for me. M for mother, E for Eric, C for cuddle, T for train, and E for Eric again. I don't even know what that word spells, but that's what she's just spelt out to me for somebody in this room. She's so excited. She's studying now, clapping her hands. I clearly can't speak English. Bless her. Oh. The interesting thing with this scarf, it's yellow. Okay? It's just a yellow, bright yellow scarf. Oh, I'm going to see if she wants to speak with now, but that's all she's given me. That's what she's spelt for me. I can't even pronounce what the word it is. M-E-C-T-E. So if anybody can translate that word in what it's supposed to say, but she keeps saying closer. So I'm getting closer to who we need to be speaking with. So I'm just trying to ask who she wants to speak to before she steps back. So I give somebody else a chance to allow somebody to come through. She's really bossy. That's the only I can say. She's really bossy. I think she came through for someone not long ago. She sounds familiar, and I think she was Croatian. Oh, bless. Well, we need to know what that word spells, because that's what she wants to get across. MECTE. Okay, so if anybody can find that out for me, that'd be wonderful. I'm just going to ask you to give you one more piece of information before she steps back here. Okay, she's just come with initials or a word, ILK. Okay, so it's ILK. I'm going to write these down here. And she's put MECTE. I don't even know what them words mean, but there must be something for it. So I'm going to ask her if she can just step back a little bit. But she's just studying now, doing this. So she's all excited that she's managed to get these words across. Okay. She just stepped back a little bit now. Okay. I'm just asking her just to be weighting the balance to see if we can find out what them words mean. And I'm going to see if anybody else is going to come forward. If she's going to allow anybody to come forward, because she's extremely bossy. Okay. I've just had an unusual surname here. It sounds like Drake. Bless you, Luke. I've just got, Drake. Okay, I've just got the name Drake. So I don't know if it's a surname, a first name, or a place. Okay. Come on, that little bit closer. I have two gentlemen that's come together here. An interesting thing, they're identical. So the twins. They just stood side by side here. They both got identical clothing on. They've both got dark hair. They don't look any older than 30, these twins here, okay? And the interesting thing is they're both speaking at the same time, but both saying the same thing. So I'm just asking him just to come that little bit closer, okay? I don't feel like, okay, different ages, but they just look alike. That's the word I want to get across. They're both alike. Yes, Jules, bless you. She's just waiting in the balance. She's just so eager to come forward. That's what I feel with that lady. And she's just so happy that she's been able to be heard. Lost a twin friend recently. His brother passed over 20 years ago. But they just looked alike. Lost a twin. Ilk means a type of person or things. Oh, bless you, Mel. Well, these twins looked alike. Okay, lost a twin friend recently. His brother passed over 20 years ago. Dark hair, not very tall. Okay, Ilk means a type of person. Oh, bless. Ilk. Oh, bless. So what does MECTE mean? You have to find that one out. But these twins were just alike. And the interesting thing with these twins, they were quiet. They weren't talkative twins. And they both had dark hair, but also extremely intelligent too. And as they're coming closer here, the clothes that they're wearing just look too big for them. It can mean blessed or honoured in Latin, not for Oh, bless you, Marie. You're meeting somebody who's lost his twin brother 2 years ago. Ah, bless. Well, I know they've got dark hair, and they're just identical, okay? They're just alike. He just said they were just alike, but they were very intelligent. And the interesting thing with them, they wanted to change the world for a better one. That were their intention when they were born. Okay. It's showing me something here, something really intricate. You know, like on a computer. It's like the computer's been opened up and he's working on the computer where he knew what needed to be done on the computer. Oh, bless. Anyways, as I can see these computers, okay, and as he lifts the computer up, there's all these wires and circuits and things, and they knew what was up with it without even touching it. An interesting thing with their energy, I don't feel like that it's changed very much. Their energy is extremely powerful, and they've been around somebody of late trying to give them some advice. They've been asking questions about how and why and what were the purpose of and why did they pass. There's questions that's been unanswered. That's what they're trying to come with. Questions still to this day have been unanswered. And there's some document that's written about the passing of one of these that are alike. Okay. But there's something that's missing in there on the cause of death. So somebody here has to look at this cause of death and go through it with a fine-tooth comb because there's something that's missing. My son's best friend passed a few months ago and he was an identical twin. Well, there's something about the passing that's not correct. Okay, so somebody's going to have to go through a fine-tooth comb to find out why there's something that's missing in this document. And that's all they've come to say, really. There's something amiss in this document, okay? They don't want to go open it up too much, but it's going to get resolved once you've gone through a fine-tooth comb with it. And they've just stepped back a little bit now and sort of gone, phew, because somebody's been looking at this document thinking it doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up on the cause of. So they need to go through it again. And they're going to come in and help you with the close of that. It was something quite personal. That's all I want to say. It's very personal. So I don't want to open it up because they don't want it opening up. But you know what it's about. You know how and why. And it's not been written. That's what they've just said. Okay. This lady's still here and she's still doing this. She's still excited. But she's just gone that. She just bowed her head now. And she's just stepped back. So she's gone now, bless her. Okay. Best friend past a few months and he was an identical twin. Oh, bless you, Bernadette. Well, there's something that needs to be seen in this document. So that's what's important. Of the cause of death. It's not what they said it is. Okay. So I'm going to leave you there, love of spirit. Okay. So thank you for working with me. Sorry I didn't get to everybody this evening. Obviously, my name is Mandy Louise Paul. You can connect with me on Messenger or you can email me at mandy.paul@live.co.uk. So if you ever want to have a private message or if you want to have any more information, you're quite welcome to contact me. Okay, I do something called an out-of-body experience where I can carry your consciousness with mine so you can fully experience yours. I can take your consciousness to the afterlife, to have family conversations yourself. And we're hoping to do another hourly session on this page or on the 5th of November if anybody would like to join. So you just have to contact the Universal Spiritualism website and put your name forward. Okay? So thank you. All have a lovely evening. Blessed Joe. Joe, lovely to see you again on here. And I hope you have a lovely weekend. So thank you and good night.